Hi, this is Dr. Park. As a plastic surgeon, I retired in 2017 at age 53 because I really want to enjoy my active lifestyle. But after the retirement, I realized I wanted to have some form of passive income. So after extensive research and very careful planning, I bought some great investment properties in DC metro area, right where Amazon's second headquarters and Virginia Tech Innovation Campus is moving in. And talking with my friends and colleagues, they really encouraged me to get my license for real estate so I could help them as an advisor and as an agent. And I want to do the same for you by sharing some of my investment know-hows. So far, we covered 4 top pros, and today we're going to be talking about LLC versus sole proprietorship and the landlord versus commercial insurance. On this topic, there is quite a lot to talk about, so we're going to tackle one at a time. Let's first talk about LLC versus sole proprietorship. Now, LLC has a lot of benefits, and I myself formed the LLC myself, and I was really aiming to go that route. And then when I did some research, and I decided not to, and here are the reasons why. Now, the main problem was landlord versus commercial insurance. So let's talk about the commercial insurance first. Now, if you have all your properties in LLC and try to get a home insurance, they're gonna put it under commercial insurance. Now, the problem with that is that commercial insurance has very strict regulations. So I always try to put all my personal insurance and my other insurance in a bundle where I could get a discount. But the insurance company that had a really good rate did not like LLC at all. So number one, they had a strict regulation. Number two was that they have much higher rates. As a commercial insurance, they're about 2 or 3 times higher than just regular personal home insurance. The reason being is that when they say commercial insurance, they're talking about short-term needs like hotels and motels. And as you know, in those areas, they have multiple tenants going in and out on a daily basis, maybe on a weekly basis. So they have multiple liabilities, accidents, and damage as well. Now, when you have all that stuff, it's kind of bound to increase the insurance rate. And what's really not fair is that the customers that comes to the hotel and motel, they don't buy tenants insurance. Now, as for the rental property, the tenants actually purchase their own tenants insurance. So that gives additional protection on my side, but at the same time, that actually reduces my insurance fee. So that's not really fair for us. And then lastly is that the benefit of having a commercial insurance is that it covers broader range, and then it gives you a higher liability coverage. But we will talk about it on the next slide, but this doesn't really help me at all. Let's talk about the landlord insurance. Now, the landlord insurance is usually less than personal home insurance. The reason is because tenants are buying their own insurance when they're renting a house from you. And that gives me additional protection and reduces my home insurance as well. Now, some people might say, well, the landlord insurance liability might not be enough to cover the liabilities. Now, usually, landlord insurance liability covers up to about $500,000. Now, that's usually more than enough for liability. Now, let's just say there was some crazy accident or something that may cost more than $500,000. Now, what I did was I went ahead and bought an umbrella insurance. Now, umbrella insurance is very inexpensive and it's a plenty protection. Now, let's talk about the umbrella insurance. Now, I have all my rental properties and my house and my cars under one umbrella insurance. And per year, I'm only paying about $350 or maybe $380 per year. So that's really inexpensive. The reason why this being so inexpensive is that except for very, very rare cases, umbrella insurance will never kick in. So they know that for a fact. So this is kind of easy money for the insurance company. So obviously, they're going to make it very affordable for the people like us. And having umbrella insurance, I don't think I will ever get to use it, but it gives me peace of mind. And it kind of protects me from going bankrupt in my late ages. Now, also in Fairfax County in Northern Virginia, they allow 5 rental properties without special business license. Now, let's do the math. Now, when I retired and I was looking for the passive income, I was really focused on the cash flow and my appreciation. Now, when I was younger and was planning for the early retirement, I really tried to save as much as I can so I could achieve my goal. Now, after I retired, I wasn't so focused on saving anymore. I was more focused on how to enjoy my life and also at the same time grow my wealth. Now, the part that I get to enjoy my life was the cash flow. This is a spendable income. Now, this is after general expenses, property management expense, turnover loss, rent loss from eviction, vacancy, taxes, and insurance. So if you have higher rate of taxes, insurance, vacancy, eviction, turnover losses, we are talking about it's gonna eat into your cash flow really quickly. So they might tell you might have a return rate of 10%, but in reality, it's not nearly what they say it is. So that's something that you really need to think about. Now the second thing is that, like as I mentioned before, I wasn't so worried about saving anymore. I really wanted to just kind of enjoy my life and let my wealth grow, kind of on its own. So I really looked into areas where I could have a great appreciation. And this was my future goal of investment. And so my conclusion was that I'd rather buy 5 houses in this DC metro area versus 30 houses in uncertain locations. Now, if you have someone, a realtor or investor, come and tell you like, oh man, you could buy 30 houses for only $100,000 per house and you could make a killing on the cash flow and also appreciation. Don't believe it. Do your own due diligence and make sure that what they're telling you is true. And if what they're telling you is true, great, jump on it. But if not, make sure you don't jump in before you do all your due diligence. Because once you sign the contract, put the money down, it's your responsibility, nobody else's. So think about that. And as I mentioned before, I'm not a professional in this field, so I really want you to consult with your accountant and attorneys before you make any decisions on your own.